YouTube. How we doing this bright and early, old dark 30 morning? Bright and freaking early. Oh, thank the Lord for another day. You got all of you young folks out there, you young, y'all in the forties thinking everything gonna be all right. Wait till you pass that 50 mark. You're gonna start feeling what I be preaching about here in the mornings. You're gonna start feeling all that mess. Let me hit the mic for just for 1 second. Didn't want y'all hearing me gargle. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing this bright and early morning? We just I'm out here just trying to figure stuff out. I got a new uh we're gonna be start from today forward, we're gonna start calling today Figure It Out Fridays. I posted the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up and conversate. But the main thing I want to talk about is this morning is, are we prepared? And hold on with me 1 second. I have to do some legal stuff. Got to fill out my. Aaron, you should be on duty when inspecting your vehicle. Oh, really? I thought I was on duty. Doing my when you drive a truck, before you take off, you have to do your pre-trip inspection. Already did it. I just got to fill everything out. Do, 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 do. And I'm a little ahead of myself, so I get yelled at by my moderators if I don't show up on time, even if I'm doing my pre-trip, they be letting me have it. You know what I mean? And the truck stop trying to figure stuff out. 52856. But there's one thing I kind of noticed, you know, and when you're looking at it, you really understand. 52856. You really understand what the meaning of, um, I'd say, spoiled, rotten, um, privileged, uh, not even knowing. And what am I talking about? Well, my question for you guys today is, are we prepared? Are we prepared for basic survival skills? What do you mean by that? I mean, it could be anything because we are not prepared. One, let's start there. As men, not even young men, grown men, we're still not prepared for freaking relationships. No one passed on no mighty knowledge to us how to deal with these women, how to even uh show them respect or anything. Most of us, even us old school, we grew up on I don't mean to sound perverted, but we grew up on Playboy magazines and the articles. Yeah, how we say, well, I got the magazine for the articles. We grew up, we don't know nothing. And the pandemic proves my point. All hell broke loose. Everybody's running to the supermarkets. Well, what happens if the supermarkets are gone? other than some of you country folks, and I say some, do you know how to hunt? Could you walk into the woods and look at a plant and see if and know it's edible? Can do you see what I'm saying? We're so we're so reliant on society that if something really went down, we're all screwed, including myself. I made a joke years ago that if something went down, I had an old buddy that I worked with, and he I said I'd head to his house because he was old country. He was a Caucasian dude. He was a country Caucasian dude, but I knew he knew how to hunt, and I knew he knew he knew some survival skills. We've gotten so spoiled that if the world went to heck it, the he double sticks in a handbag, some folks know what to do. I remember I used to watch the show all the time. Preppers, people that they had all kind of stuff. They were just ready for the end of the world. Some of them even said, I'm prepping for, because they would the show they would ask them I'm prepping for a worldwide pandemic. Some of them actually said that. Some of them actually predicted what was going to go on with us and society. Are you ready? Are you ready to do what needs to be done for you to survive? Can you go into the woods and find sustainable water? Would you know how to find water? What if the water company broke down or stopped or whatever? Could you find water? Oh, we had a pond up the street. Is that water sustainable? Can you drink that water? How would you know how? Would you know how to fix that water so you can drink it? They used to sell this. It was a type of filter. I'm gonna start looking for it again. Because I'm forever buying crap, so I might as well buy something. To prep for the future. It's a type of filter that you could put muddy water in there into this thing, and it would give you sustainable water. Because we can go for a good distance without water, but if we needed to, if you can't go but a certain amount of days without water. I think it's like 5 days or something like that. Or something in that range. You know what I'm saying? See, we've fallen so far out of the. Look, we call ourselves African Americans. Folks in Africa, the tribe, they know how to go searching for certain things, how to survive off the land. You know, we don't know how to do that anymore. If you got lost in the woods, how would you know which way to go? Which way is east? Which way is west? Remember the old saying, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Moss grows on certain sides of a tree. Does anybody even remember any of that? You know, we've got the Boy Scouts and we've got the girls. No, screw being in the Girl Scouts. They want to be in the Boy Scouts. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we saying here. What y'all talking about? I ain't even leave yet. Y'all having your own conversation, but all right. But the question is, are we prepared? Does anyone in the sound of my voice have basic survival skills? You know, it makes you want to think. Should we look? Should I look up the Boy Scouts manual? Are you prepared to if you know? Remember that old? It used to be you could go and look and what is that called? The divining rod or something like that to go look for water. Or how would you know that that water's okay? It could be full of, it could be full of parasites. Are we prepared? And to ask yourself, are you prepared to survive? People were more worried about toilet paper. People were more worried about toilet paper to wipe our privileged behinds than surviving and getting through. People are more prepared. Oh, oh I can't get my chicken. Well, if need be, would you know how to kill, to butcher an animal, to remove certain parts, to skin them, to set that up to eat? I know this isn't the normal whatever, but I'm just wondering, are we prepared? We have folks that you know the homesteading community and the planting and everything like that, and that even that alone's got me thinking because there is ways I forgot, I think they were called root cellars, how to keep that. Say for example, if you grew a whole bunch of onions, instead of letting it sit out and rot, there's ways that you can prep that stuff that it can last a whole lot longer. And canning, you know grandma used to can this and put that. You'd go over grandma's house. Now grandma's now in their early 30s. That's grandma now. I'm not talking about that grandma. You know what I'm saying? Grandma used to know something. And your grandpa he you'd go out there and he could tell just by looking around. He could look off in the distance and say, you know, it'd be clear as day, but he would tell you the storm's coming. But we so bougie, we're like, I'm not eating that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Half of us weigh half a damn ton, and I'm including myself because I got man boobs, so you can't say that I'm picking on anybody. You feel me on what I'm saying here? If something went down, I'm not saying, but what like a zombie apocalypse or something. Like like that TV show. Would you be able to run? Would you be able to survive? No. I I think we're all screwed because we're so used to stuffing our face and waddling around and and not listening to the doctor, not eating healthy, and not you know and not not doing the right thing. Can you bake bread from scratch? Can you start a fire without a match? I mean, can you start a fire with a match? I'm so spoiled. I got a torch. I got this daggone thing. You stick to a tank of gas, and and I'll start a fire that way because I got a match to light it. You feel me? We are we are so unprepared for what's going on around us. I'm not. But we are. Yeah, we talk. And you're right. We need the 401k and all that. But are we prepared if something actually happens? You hear stories about people that go on vacations and stuff like that, and then they walk like Hawaii. You can walk out the back door or wherever you're at and get lost within minutes in that daggone in the jungle. Break your leg, and are you prepared to survive and be able to stay alive? That are you prepared? We are so unprepared as men in just regular day, day in regular society. Most of us are emotionally unavailable. I sat there and I'm mixing this all in. I sat there and live yesterday, just listening, and I'm not attacking nobody because it's just my opinion. Man, don't talk about this. Man, don't talk about that. And man don't do this, and the man don't do that. And like half the people that's saying that, if you notice and listen real closely, they talking about I'm on my second marriage. That should tell your black ass something. You wasn't emotionally available for the first damn person, and you think you're emotionally available now. It's probably because she just puts up with your shit. Now me, I'm kind of a diamond in the rough because I am highly sensitive. I'm a highly sensitive person. I'm an empath. I suck up emotions left and right. I didn't know what I was for so many years, so I couldn't prepare for it. I used to get yelled at left and right from my father and my mother. Suck it up. Don't be a bitch. So I wasn't prepared, and I thought at one point I thought I was a bitch, but I'm not. I'm an empath. I suck up this negative energy. I suck up other people's emotion. I actually, because being an empath, I attract narcissists like flies to shit. And I always thought it was me. I wasn't prepared to do battle. I wasn't prepared. I am now. somewhat. But are we prepared? Are we prepared to deal with people at work? Are we prepared? Do we have a backup in case I don't have work? Are we prepared? Are we prepared to last the long run? What do you mean a long run? Are you overweight? Are you out of shape? You ain't getting any younger. You aren't. You're not getting any younger. Are you prepared? Do you see what I'm saying? We go around life blaming everything and everybody else. We don't take any steps to be prepared for anything in life. And I think when I get back my son ain't a young man, but I'm gonna talk to him and we're gonna have a little few conversations, see if we can come to something and understand. I ain't do my job. I should have did it a whole lot better, but I wasn't prepared for my own life. And that's what I'm saying. We stuff's going on. Something's going to be coming down the pipe. We've got countries that are taking the dollar bill and not using it anymore. I'm not a fear monger. I'm not, one of those. But what's going to happen? You know, interest rates might go higher and higher. Who knows? But are we prepared to deal with that? You know, do you have anything set aside, like food stores and stuff like that? Do you have anything set aside to protect yourself? It's funny. I remember, I used to be a satellite installer. There's certain churches, like the Mormons. I don't know if you guys know this, but they are prepared. It's part of their religion to be prepared. Mormons have secret storehouses for their church and their church members. So if something goes down, they have food and survival stuff to survive. They even have, and they teach them. So when the money goes to crap, to hell in a handbasket, they actually have. They tell their members to buy big bottles of liquor that you can use that liquor to trade to get other stuff. Are you prepared? You see what I'm saying? We so worried about having, that whip or that hoopty, that whatever they call them nowadays. We so worried about Gucci and this one and that one. We so worried about this stuff that rich people so-called wear, and they don't. The really rich don't even they don't even you wouldn't even know they had money the way they dress. Just saying, are we really prepared? And again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that, but it was dawning on me that I don't know nothing if something went down. Oh, oh, I was just wondering. I thought I was about to cross over railroad track, but I was like, wait a minute, okay, I need to wake the heck up. There's the train on the right. Are we prepared? We got so many things that is actually poisoning us in our food. We're getting stuff from China. Like they say, the rice is laced with plastic. We got plastic in our food. Um, you know, they like that certain fish that we're getting from China that is grown, or they're kept in squalor and muddy waters and stuff like that. And then we're wondering why we've gotten all of these diseases and stuff, especially in the United States. There's other countries that don't even allow us certain foods. It's foods and cereals that you're not allowed to even bring it in the country because it's full of poison. I don't know. But next time I get home, I'm gonna look at a can of Pam or whatever. They say that the air in that is butane. So we're when we spray that Pam or light oil, it's coming out with that butane is in it. That's the gas that they use. And are we prepared? Because this stuff is poisoning us. We're not prepared. We're just like sheep going slowly out to the slaughter. Are our kids prepared? These Republicans are slowly. This is how they do. They're slowly dumbing down. With our nation is stupid at right now, but these Republicans are slowly making it even worse. And that's how they're taking over. They're dumbing us down. Are we prepared to teach our kids the rest of the story? You know, are we prepared to finish the job? Are we prepared to show the rest of history? There's so much history that has been whitewashed and blocked from us that it's even trying to hard to figure out what's true and what's not. One guy says, you know, we blame the white man for everything, and then take our money and go and spend it on their products. Are we prepared eh, to 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 help clean up our neighborhood? You know what I mean? To say, oh, gentrification, gentrification. White people coming in, the races, everything. No, and the same bullshit. They let our neighbors apart and then just drop shit and then make condos and make everything look nice. Where I grew up, every neighborhood had a name. My neighborhood was called the New Homes, which it wasn't new. They were made in '67, so they weren't new. But our neighborhood, we kept our neighborhood. We didn't have what y'all call associations. We didn't have an association. But everybody in the neighborhood kept up their home. You didn't have to tell somebody to mow your damn lawn. You didn't have to tell somebody to put your on. You know, we were literally from the block, really bad spot in town where They sold drugs and all kind of stuff. But we kept our neighborhood up. Are you prepared to get out there and do something about your neighborhood? Are you prepared to treat sorry about that, guys. I am traveling. I'm in Texas, and I'm in the boonies on 59 heading south. But like I was saying, are we prepared to do the right thing? We've grown up and become one of the most selfish people that this these what I don't know, every generation has got these names, Gen X, Gen Z, I don't know who's who, but we're so selfish. It's about, are you prepared? But we prepared to bring more morality back into our lifestyle. I remember I sat there. I don't know why it came on one of my feeds. I can't remember. It was TikTok, YouTube, or something. And this black woman was up there talking. Daggone it. This black woman was up there talking, and she was. I don't know if it was a uh, what you call that, a board meeting, or if they were talking to, the county, or it was something that had to do with the state or the county or whatever. But she wasn't talking to the state officials. She was talking to the preachers. She said, "You, you preachers, you black men need to know your place." And what she was saying was that y'all are not out here helping. You're staying behind those four walls. And what are you doing? You preaching God, but you're not showing God. You're not coming out here helping the homeless. You're not feeding the homeless. You're not helping anybody out here on these streets that are suffering and witnessing to them. But you're staying on. But then you're coming out here and complaining about these state or county officials. You guys do know that. I'm not gonna say all preachers, but a good part of them, they're in it because it's not about God. It's about business. It's a business, and I'm not attacking nobody. I'm just telling the truth. Are we prepared to even learn about morality? I told you. I said yesterday was the wild wild west. Are we the wild west? Yeah. And it hadn't changed. It just went underground for a little bit. Now it's coming back up. You know, are we prepared to be respectful to our elders? I'm actually, as childish as I feel, I'm 56 years old. I'm an elder. I'm gonna be close to being a senior citizen. I think I am one. The way I feel. That's why I'm trying to lose this weight again and keeping it off. Are we prepared? It's so funny, and it's kind of off kilter. The live I listened to yesterday, everybody's talking, but the most important thing is sex in the subject. Everybody, you gotta get laid, you gotta get laid, you gotta get laid, blah 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 blah. Cause y'all thinking, well, Viagra still, so I can still get laid when I'm older. you know the more you destroy your body, don't listen to the doctor, diabetes and high blood pressure and all that type of stuff, you got to have a stronger dose of that mess. And guess what? It's not fun no more. Because next thing you know, your nose is stuffy, you're getting blurry vision and all this other stuff, but yeah, but you can still have sex. That ain't fun. It was early in the morning. We speaking like adults now. That ain't fun. But sex is important. But you know what is important? Is learning how to treat your mate. Being prepared to. Okay, I got that. What's important is being prepared to sacrifice your heart for the greater good. What I mean by that? People like I'm not taking crap from nobody. I took crap for years, and damn, I'll be damned. I deserve to say that, but I'm prepared to sacrifice my heart for the greater good, for the greater part of a relationship where I know that person it never will intentionally want to hurt me. The woman I'm with right now, I trust implicitly. I know that. Even though we do yell and scream, we have arguments, and I still get hurt, but I know that intentionally she don't want to hurt me. I have that. I have that. I'm prepared, but I know she's prepared to do the same thing because, I've said stuff. I've gotten lazy. I've got, they say, your best friend, but sometimes even with your best friends, you get lazy and you say stuff and you don't you pop off at the mouth. You don't realize you're doing it. You don't realize you did it, and you hurt their feelings. And you took a chip and you chipped at their heart. Are we prepared to take the loss and say, honey, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Not saying, not being an argument, but really mean it. Half the time we'll apologize. We'll say we're sorry and not really be sorry. Say, I'm not ready for the bull crap. Are you prepared? Because we always talk about man and man up and be a man. Are you prepared to take the loss and be man enough to say, I made a mistake? I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold back on my feelings anymore. Because if I do, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap. Well, man ain't supposed to do this, and man ain't supposed to do that. Somebody tell me in the effing playbook where that's written. Somebody show me. When I'm happy, I'm gonna laugh. When I'm sad, I'm gonna be sad. When I'm hurting, I'm gonna cry. And for years, I've lost respect by sorry ass women that they think, oh yeah, this guy can't protect me. And no, trust me, trust and believe. You don't want me to open the back door where I got claymores and mines and chains and everything. I've got a certain part of me closed behind that door that I don't want to open up. But if I need to open it up to be that protected, it's gonna come out. Cause again, I was brought up, I was brainwashed not to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt no one. I don't. I still think like that. I'm not a pacifist, but I don't want to hurt no one. But if I have to, and everybody, this is for educational purposes only. I'm prepared for my protection. But see, here's the thing: we so quick to um we so quick to saying, I'll bust a cap in your behind, I'll do this, I'll do that. But are you prepared to know the law? You just can't, even if you're protecting yourself, you just can't unload a clip in somebody. You'll be in prison. You'll be in prison. They'll be dead, and you'll be in prison. But you'll be sitting there with this funky look on your face. Well, what did I do? I'm just protecting myself. Are you prepared to go take classes? You know what? And this is funny. There is a it's not the NRA. I need to find it. There is a black, an African American run, um, you know, gun association, and we don't know the law. Like, say for example, if I catch you in my house and I got my shotgun, but hey, freeze. You and I'm shaking, you shaking, or whatever, because I'm not prepared. I don't have the training to to hold you, because I've never been in that situation. But if that guy turns around, drops all my items, and runs away, and I shoot him in the back, 9 times out of 10, that's against the law. Do you even know? Are you even prepared? Are you even prepared to know? You see what I'm saying? We think we know, but we really don't know. And next thing you know, well, you're on Channel 5 Action News. Oh, well, I was just protecting my family. You shouldn't have came in my door. You're right. You shouldn't have came in the door. But you shouldn't have shot, you know, 5 shots in the back with hollow points or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Oh my Lord, I want to stop there. There's a John Deere dealership to the right. I would love to go over there, but I can't get my truck over there. And they probably think I was some psycho, which I am, sorry. But, and that's another thing. Are you prepared to stop spending your money on dumb stuff and actually pay your bills? I had to, I had to, I had to catch myself, because I'm that version of these black rappers that they call themselves rappers. You ain't got no real beats. You ain't got no real lyrics, and you're my age. You're 56 some odd years old, and you think you're gonna make it. Well, I'm thinking that with lawnmowers, I could buy this lawnmower and I could fix it up and sell it. But I don't have it right now. I would put it on a credit card and sit there, and then I got to buy the parts for it. I'm only home once a month, so I got to do all my lawn stuff. Didn't work on the lawnmower, and then try to sell it. I'm not thinking. And I got 2 things that I bought. One I bought actually to sell, and I got it started and everything. I got to buy the other piece. Am I prepared to not do an emotional thought, but think it out? You see what I'm saying? It's like my core aerator. I finally, it's R&R. They sell the holders. I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one today. And I got the spikes that go on the ground. I got the wrong size. I sent the guy a message that said, "What size spikes fits this damn thing?" Oh, sir, we've got a variety. I said, I didn't ask you that. I said, which spikes that you sell? Can you give me a part number? Oh, we have variety. I didn't ask you that. I said, give me a part number that fits the damn thing, because I keep on buying the wrong one. But I said, okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna buy the piece, and then I'm gonna have the other ones welded in there, just like I did. I did a short on it. Do you see what I'm saying? But I'm buying them like the two I had welded that cost me $80. The two pieces cost the holders cost me $69. The spikes cost me $70. This stuff's starting to add up. I can't just run out and say, "Give me a whole bunch of them." I got to do one at a time because I have other bills I got to pay. Are you prepared to pay your bills on time? I remember years ago, I used to, I was like, nah, I need money in my pocket. I ain't paying that bill. I need to have some money. And I learned from positive reinforcement. I watched my wife. I said, hey, babe, what are you doing? She used to, every once a month, she'd have a notebook out and be on the computer and just going down the list. She said, these are all my credit cards. These are all our house bills because half my check goes into our house account. I pay these, I pay the mortgage, I pay this, I do that. And even if she is down to zero, which I know she never is, but I don't ask her, I'm okay with that. But she'll be down to zero, and she's good with it. And I'm the type of person when I start seeing something that's positive reinforcement. Again, I'm gonna say this: I was prepared to start to try that because guess what? No one prepared me when I was younger how to have a checking account, how to have a savings account, how to deal with owning a credit card. I thought a credit card was free money. No one prepared me. So now I started paying stuff on time, started seeing my credit increase. I started getting accepted with credit cards, even though they're high percentage, but they're still credit cards. I started realizing, wait, I got to stop throwing stuff on there. I got to pay these things down instead of, hey, y'all gonna have to catch me. No, screw to catch me. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm prepared to be responsible because guess what? No one showed me. And yeah, you said, well, you should have knew better. Well, guess what I did? And I remember hearing in line, you're a grown ass man. You should know better. And I got on that live. I said, guess what? A lot of us don't know better. So stop saying that and show us. And a lot of times, ladies, a lot of men in all the generations, we've hardened our hearts and y'all talk about y'all brick wall, but we had brick walls, and our brick walls are the brick walls of ignorance. It's the brick walls of non-morality. It's a brick walls of it's a I don't give a fuck brick wall. And we need the right person to come into our lives to let us know that they give a fuck and they're going to come over to that wall and slowly remove brick by brick. But you have to have that patience. You have to have that. You ever know you say, wait a minute, I have I I don't know what, I just have a feeling about you. I have an instinct that you're worth it. I thank God my wife had that instinct to say that I'm worth it. And every day when I look on this this line, I see all this negative talk, and I said it. Yes, I said thank you. Y'all are helping my relationship because it makes me love my wife even more. And a lot of our sisters, our black women, they get turned off when you love them even more. You're so clingy. You're like, that ain't clingy. I'm letting you know that I appreciate you. I can show you clingy. You know what I'm saying? I can show you clingy. I used to be the king of that. No, but I'll let you know you appreciate it. And a lot of times, I don't need. And guys said it too. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't want this one. I want to be wanted and needed. And I gave the reasons about being wanted yesterday. Think it was yesterday or a few days ago. And I'm prepared to say it. And again, I'm. This is for entertainment purposes only because I'm not bragging. I'm not on my first marriage. I'm not on. I'm on my second marriage. And I wanted to be married again because I wanted to know what a real marriage felt like. I wanted to know a real marriage is worth fighting for. I'm prepared for the long run. I want to grow old with this woman. I want you know what I mean? I'm prepared. And that's what I'm saying. Are we prepared? You know? When you get you ever notice when you ever look at like National Geographic or that food channel where that guy goes in different countries and we see what they actually eat. Most of these countries they eat, especially Africa, they eat everything on that animal. In Asia they eat everything. Nothing is wasted. But if it ain't pork chops, I don't want it. They even have like I did it's somewhere in my shorts. I don't know if I put it on YouTube or TikTok. They had pork rectum. It was a case of pork rectums. But if you had no other food to eat, are you prepared to eat that? I'm trying to be funny, but you know, if something went down, are you prepared to eat that? And it was a whole case of it. The Asian market. That's why I find some of my stuff. Are you prepared to eat that? We talk about in Christianity. Are you prepared to be a light to a dark world in a dark time? What do you mean? We've got people that they Jesus, 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 yap, 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 yap. But are you prepared to go out and show the love of God in your heart? Because you can tell, a person that loves God by their actions. You know what I mean? By their actions. Are you prepared? You know, there, he just came in. My man, welcome him. I think he has a lawn care business. A lot of people, and it shows some guys what they do in their lawn care. They go around to old folks and vets and stuff like that. Are you prepared to do the right thing and cut their lawn for free? Because they have no one. Their family members, their grandson or whatever won't come over and help grandpa or grandma or cousin so and so because they can't do it. And they're the association or the town has got sign after sign after sign posted on the door. You're being fined. Are you prepared to come out and help that person? I would love to in the North Georgia area. No, I'm not way north, but I live in Lawrenceville. I would love to volunteer and go cut somebody's lawn, but I'm a little chicken. I need to get out there and drive around and maybe ask someone because I think that would be the right thing to do. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to go out and volunteer if you got a free time or free chance to help someone in need? I don't give to anybody, but I'll feel my spirit say that person give them something because they didn't ask. And I'll just go over, here you go. And they'll look and say thank you. Because I remember there's a few times in Knoxville, I take a path. There's a pilot and there's a walking path with a little park, and then it's about a half a mile, and then you walk through there, and then you make a left, and the Walmart's right there. And a lot of times, I go get some food, and at least twice I seen. You could always tell, the guy was homeless and he was sleeping in a sleeping bag, and it came over me. You know what? I'm gonna get that guy, and he's got a dog. I'm gonna get that guy some canned dog food, um, a gallon or two of water, and a whole chicken. And I think and I said, I'm prepared to, that, this is my food money, but I'm gonna give him some of my food money. Are you prepared to get out there and do the right thing? You know, we talk morality, we talk, freedom and rights and all that stuff, but we just say, well, it's all about us. Yeah, I was all over the place today, but it was about the word being prepared. Are you prepared to act like you're a freaking human being? We let the government and we let all of these sorry behind people split us as a race, the human race. Everything is black and white. Well, no, it's not. All black people ain't aren't criminals and crooks, and all white people aren't the devil. You see what I'm saying? But we can come together, and if we did come together, we'd all see how crooked the Democrats and the Republicans in our government really is. But that's a whole story in itself. You know what I mean? But are you prepared? Are you prepared to get out there and do a day's work, a day's labor? You know, I think it was something on um, a guy had asked this question, about I think he was referring to Mexicans, but you do see it that they'll get out there and work all day long, be laughed at, and people saying stuff, and half the time they speak perfect freaking English, but they don't tell you that. And then you wonder why they're not mad. But you see that they come home and they party hardy on the weekends and get back out there. Because I got some right behind us to the right. they, they, they don't realize they're in an association. I think they realize now. They got a little quiet, but they used to party and karaoke and everything, and you just be echoing. And then they get so drunk, then it gets violent. They cussing everybody out. It'd be a hot mess. But then Monday morning, back to work. Back to work. We have we we prepared to get to work and get stuff done. You see me. This has become a habit. To get up and conversate and you come up with words, come up with words of words of positive reinforcement, everything else. We talk about everything under the sun up here. Am I prepared to be in this for the long run? I got 18 my hours. I'm at the halfway point on my subscribers, and then I'm at 1,849 on my hours, and we're slowly climbing. Am I prepared for the long run? You see what I'm getting at? We have to start being prepared for survival, for living, for engaging, for working with others, for doing the right thing for others, and hoping that others will do the right thing for us. Are we prepared? Are we prepared to grow our own garden like Mike be doing? Are we prepared for the long run to trim the branches and feed feed our plants so we could have something that we know is not poisoned? We know that doesn't have pesticides on it. And are we prepared to eat that healthy salad? I'm saying a healthy salad, not like a 9 pound salad that us fat folks be doing with like 3 gallons of ranch on it. You know what I mean? Are we prepared? And this was just a mixture of subjects, but it's rounded into one being are we prepared? You know, are we prepared to figure it out? Because a lot of us had to figure it out along the way. A lot of us had to fake it till we make it. Y'all know what that is. Fake it till we make it. You know what I mean? Fake like we know what we're talking about. We got a lot of internet gurus and whatever. I tell you, I don't know. I just tell you what happened to me or how I dealt with it or how I'm still dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to be, and I'm trying to be a positive person in this life. That's why, again, I believe tomorrow is Can't Stop Walking, and that we gonna be going a little bit to a dark place because that Can't Stop Walking, a part of that came from a dark place, and I really didn't want to talk about it, but I think I need to to let folks know that you can move forward, you can make it through, and hopefully maybe I'll be a light to one or two people. It's not like we got a large following, but you can see that someone made it through. Someone moved to you know something positive, made something positive out of something that was really, really, really negative. That out of hurt came joy, and I don't know where it's at, but joy cometh in the morning. There's a song by a guy called Citizen Cole. It says the sun's gonna rise in a while. In a while, you're gonna be just fine. A lot of times when we're out here, y'all see videos of the sun coming up. Oh, I just realized that my camera is facing towards me. Yep. Sorry guys, I was driving. My camera's facing towards me. Can't switch it now because y'all don't want me to drive off the side of the road, and we're about to close out anyway. But the sun is going to rise in a while. In a while, you're going to be just fine. And I just want y'all to know that the sun is always going to rise. It could be the sun itself or the son of God. The sun's going to rise in a while. In a while, you're going to be just fine. A lot of times, you just need to know that. A lot of the stuff that I say or I show you, I've been through, and that's where my experience comes. I made it through. you know, because guess what? I wasn't prepared. We're talking about, are you prepared? I wasn't prepared, but I made it through. Wait a minute. I got the blink on real early. Hey, hey guys, see the light? You got a lot of our sisters that wasn't prepared because they listened to this to the lies, and they listened to these men saying, "I'm gonna be with you for now and forever," and they're not, and then they had to become that single mom, you know, and then they had to be the mom and the better mom, because I'm keep saying it because you always say I had to be the mommy and daddy. No, you had to be the mom and a better mom. And I know that hurts a few feelings, but you had to be the mom and a better mom. You're never the father. And the kid, a little girl and a boy and a girl, they need their daddy. But you gotta remember when you're thinking about doing the do, is this person? Yeah, even he might have that six pack and he all that, and is he gonna be good daddy material? Think about that. That's what y'all need to be teaching your kids, your little girls and your boys, that you gonna be a good father, or is he gonna be a good father? Is he gonna be the one that I want for my child? Because it's like there was a thing, Steve Harvey, that Ask Steve or whatever, and the woman says, I have to step in because he can be a little harsh to my boys, and Steve Harvey asked the question. He says, "Do you want your boys to grow up to be like him?" And she said, "Yes." He said, "Do you want your boys to grow up to be, strong and all that stuff like him?" She said, "Yes." And he said, if you interfere with that man trying to show these men how to be men, you're they either gonna be dead or in jail. You see what I'm saying? Either dead or in jail. We have to start teaching our young men and teaching our. I gave someone some advice yesterday because everybody's like, "Well, you got to open your heart." No, 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 no. Keep that wall up, and that's going to ruffle some ears and whatever. Keep that wall up. You know why I said keep that wall up? Because the right person, the right man or the right woman, you don't even know it, but they'll come in and they are a professional. They're a professional mason. And what y'all say about what's a mason? A mason is experienced in building with concrete, building with bricks, building with stone. A mason is experienced and has the knowledge to build. There were masons that built the pyramids. That's what they say. Masons that built the monuments in D.C. Masons that built all that stuff. That's what a mason is. Well, you can be a female mason, you can be a male mason. The right male or female will come in to your life with a pickaxe and the right tools to remove each brick that took you years to place upon your soul, each brick that took years to place upon your heart. That man or that woman will come in with ease. The right one will come in with ease and break down that wall that you put up. And before you know it, you will be vulnerable and you won't even realize. And you, before you even know it, you'll be like, you'll wake up and you're just walking and you're working and why am I so happy? Why am I not full of remorse? Why am I not full of anger? Why am I not full of mistrust? Why am I not full of myself? Why am I not angry at the world? Because God placed the right mason in your life to have your back, to be your foundation. Y'all know we talk about I don't need a woman, I don't need a man, and I'm you know, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? You need a foundation. We all know God's our foundation. But you know what? God is our deep foundation. You know, and these big towers that they're building. Half of those, the foundation goes at least halfway down of the same size of that like the Abu Dhabis and all these other big behind buildings. That foundation goes so far down. But when you got the right person in your life that is connected to God or connected to whoever they believe in, they're at the top of God's foundation. They're holding on to God, and you're holding on to them. You feel me? That foundation is part of what keeps you. And then you say, I don't need nobody. Yeah, you do. You need that right person in your life. Thank God I got one. And I thank God that a lot of y'all do. You know, you could tell that you got the right foundation. A lot of the folks that come in here, I could tell y'all got the right foundation. Are you prepared? Once again, guys, I just want to thank y'all for coming in. Let you know you're well appreciated. Thank you for if you're coming in on the replay, appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with me and we just talk. We just out here talking, out here having a good old time. We just talking, but just know you're well appreciated, and this conversation blessed me this morning. I feel a lot better. Thank you. And if you don't think you're loved, know God always loves you, and I love you too. Peace out. Have a blessed day. See y'all. Well, well, what is? Oh, today's Friday. Well, see y'all Monday. Mike, you got 2 days off. Be blessed. Deuces.